there are educational opportunities available for our children if they play. Let's be very clear, though, that you cannot start your daughter as a senior in high school playing golf and then expect her to get a scholarship. Like, it's just, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but she would have to work so hard for that to be the case that it would be really difficult. However, it's never too late to get your kids playing, because there are opportunities at NAIA schools, Division III schools, who are begging, had a bad connection, okay, who are begging for girls to play because of Title IX. If a university, a college or university, has a male golf team, they also have to offer a women's golf team. The problem, though, at some of these NAIA Division III schools, they don't have the pool of women to choose from to take advantage of these spots that are open on these golf teams. Just last year, I got an email from 2 different schools asking if I knew any young women who played. They didn't even care, how good they were. They just needed women on this team. So, yes, there are opportunities, but you have to be really, really conscious about what opportunities they are. And obviously, the younger your daughter starts playing, the better those opportunities will be for her. I will tell you that at the HBCUs, and there are only a handful that have golf teams anymore, but at our HBCUs, most of the women on those golf teams are not even black, because our girls just don't play. So if they do have money to give these golfers, they're not giving it to us because our daughters don't play. In fact, a lot of the D1 and D2 schools have European women on their golf teams. We have some awesome and very good female golfers in this country, but by and large, younger black women are not playing. Do we have a chapter in California? No, Naima, but you can get a chapter in California. Email me, info@blackgirlsgolf.net. So this is what I want to tell you. Start your daughters young. Find a first tee program in your area. Make sure that your daughter is a member of your state's Junior Golf Association. Let me say that again. Find a first tee program, and also make sure that your daughter is a member of your state's Junior Golf Association. And here's why. Just being a member of First Tee is not going to give her enough instruction. Oh, the roadblocks I encountered in Jacksonville. Let's talk offline about that, no lie style. Do you think it's because they don't think it's interesting enough and all they see is men? Candy Thorne, I think that I think there are a lot of issues. I think that we don't expose our kids to the game early enough. The kids who are exposed to the game don't see other black people playing. And the truth of the matter is that you don't see young men or young women, African American women, going back to their neighborhoods to move their mother into a nicer home for money they made playing golf. It just doesn't happen because we don't play. And if we do play, we're not playing at that level. And there are some roadblocks to playing at that level, and let's talk about that a little bit. So make sure your daughters, your sons too for that matter, are members of your state's Junior Golf Association. The first tee will introduce your kids to the game. How old is too old? Do you mean to introduce them? It's never too old to introduce your kids to the sport. But make sure that they are playing in tournaments. They have to have some experience competing at a higher level in order for them to be presented with opportunities at the next level. The next thing that I would tell you is that playing on the amateur, your state's amateur, to get scholarships. So if you start your child at like 6 years old playing golf, and it's something that they're focused and they're committed to doing, and they're putting in time practicing, and you are taking the extra effort to make sure they get some private instruction, if they can shoot, if you have a daughter who can shoot in the low 80s, there are opportunities for her at Division II schools. There are definitely opportunities for her. So what you need to do, though, is make sure that even if you have a teenage daughter who's playing, that she's playing in those Junior Golf Association tournaments. That's where the college scouts are. They're looking at tournament scores. Your high school golf team is good, but these college coaches want to see state junior golf tournament scores. So you want to make sure that they're involved in that. Now, these golfers at the collegiate level, some of the obstacles in getting to the professional level, I'm not aware of any schools here in Maryland. So the university, at the collegiate level, the PGA has partners with several colleges, and they have a PGA management program. There are 18 schools in the country. Only one of them is an HBCU, and that's the University of Maryland at Eastern Shore. So there are 18 PGA management programs in the country, and what the PGA management program does is allows golfers to come out of college with a bachelor's degree, and you are a certified golf professional. And most of these schools have 90 to 100% job placement rates. I've got a list of the schools right here for you. I'm going to go through this list pretty quickly, okay? Campbell University, Clemson, Coastal Carolina University, Eastern Kentucky University, Ferris State, Florida Gulf Coast University, Methodist University of North Carolina, Mississippi State has a really good one. Said Methodist. New Mexico State, North Carolina State, Penn State, Sam Houston, University of Colorado in Colorado Springs, University of Idaho, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, which is the only HBCU that has the PGA management program, the University of Nebraska, UNLV. So those are the 18 schools in the country that have programs. And you have to be a pretty good golfer to even get into those programs. So if you're shooting in the high 70s, low 80s, you can get into one of these PGA management programs. So I would suggest you contact one of those schools if you have a child who is interested in going into that PGA management program. But let me also talk about some of the careers that are available in golf. You don't have to be a golfer to work in the golf industry. But let me talk about becoming a professional golfer. So you have to qualify. You have to go through Q school. And these are a lot of technical things that we won't go through tonight. If you're interested, tap the screen. Let me know if you want me to talk about Q school and how you qualify for that. But in a nutshell, there's a process to becoming a PGA pro and getting on the PGA tour or getting on the LPGA tour. And both of those tours have an amateur level. For the LPGA, it is the Symetra tour. For the PGA, it is the Web.com tour. And before people even get to those two tours, they are usually playing on their state's amateur tour. So most states have an amateur level tour. And in order to even do that, you have to pay entry fees. You have travel fees. You have lodging fees. You have golf equipment. You have private coaching and instruction. So it is expensive. It is extremely expensive to get to the elite level of golf. But once you get there, for 4 days worth of work, if you can make it to Sunday, you don't even have to win to take home a check. You know, that's what's so lovely about it. It's low impact. You're not going to beat your body up playing. You know, it's an awesome thing if you're good enough and you have the commitment and you're willing to make the sacrifices to get to that elite level. But for the most part, just like any other sport, the people who make it that far typically are the exception. So, if you have kids who have any interest in learning about golf, let's talk about all the areas where there are careers where people who look like us are missing. You got turf care management, and then you've got the scientific side of that. So if we can create a hybrid grass that doesn't require as much water, especially in California. So there's that part of it. Turf care and maintenance. There's the agricultural side of it about, growing the hybrid grasses and the different types of grasses that kind of fit into this new sustainability model that golf courses are being forced to be in. And then there's also anything else, marketing, catering, customer service. There's retail jobs in the pro shop. And then on the flip side of that, There's equipment manufacturing, just the engineering and the technology that goes into the equipment, the golf balls. So any of those students who are excelling in STEM, there are lots of opportunities on the manufacturing of equipment and all of the training tools and things that people use because they want to have an awesome swing. Everybody wants to hit the ball further. Everybody wants more spin on their golf ball. That's all science. That is all science. And our kids are missing out on these opportunities to get into these careers where, quite frankly, the industry is missing out because, we're innovative. Our kids are so smart. And I just think we're missing the train. We're missing the boat on this one. Then you have tournament directors, you have marketing directors, you have general managers, clothing and apparel. So there are all these other careers available in golf that we kind of just pass up because we don't even think about golf as an option. So even if you are not, those sound like opportunities for networking as well. Oh, absolutely. So even if you have students or you have children who are not interested in playing the sport, there are absolutely other opportunities in this sport for them to break some ground and for us to create some firsts. It's 2015 and we're still creating firsts, especially in this industry, because there's so many of us missing from it. So definitely we need to start introducing golf careers to our kids. Definitely. Check into the PGA management programs at these universities. They are starved for diversity. Actually, diversity in these programs means a white woman, to be honest. I spoke with the assistant director of the PGA management program at Mississippi State. Really nice guy. And I just asked him, how diverse is your program? And he laughed because we both knew the answer. He's like, I got a white girl in my program this year. This was a year ago I spoke with him. So there isn't much diversity in these programs, but you have to golf at a certain level to get into these programs. And I think in Mississippi State, at the time that I spoke with him, I think it was an 80. And for someone who started golfing, I wish I pursued it too. For someone who started golfing when they're 6, it is absolutely attainable. It is an attainable goal to get into these PGA management programs. How do children get involved in golf if we can't become members in a golf club? So there's always the first tee. The first tee's focus is not pumping out tour players. That is not their focus. They teach life skills through the game of golf. But for the first tee, there's some really great golfers coming up out of the first tee program. But there are plenty of public golf courses. There are several cities that have golf courses as part of their parks department. So your park department probably has golf courses. The rates are cheaper. The environment is more relaxed and less stuffy. Should we know someone that plays golf? You don't have to know anyone who plays golf. What's the website for First Tee? I think it's firsttee.org. Because it is a not-for-profit. I think it's firsttee.org, but if you just Google First Tee, you should be able to find it. But there are several First Tee. I don't know how many First Tee programs there are in the country, but there are several. And the First Tee is usually free. They provide the children with instruction and equipment. And the First Tee really is a good program, especially to get you started. Now, if you have a kid who is extremely focused and finds out they love the game, then you should definitely look into private instruction. That is where it could get a little bit more expensive. But it is so worth it because golf is a game that will take them through their entire life. It is a game that will help with their career. It is a game that will help with their focus. It will help with strategic and critical thinking. There's just so many. Your daughter's 21. Your daughter should absolutely start playing golf. If she decides she wants to work in corporate America, she wants to do sales or any type of relation or career that involves relationship building, she should pick up some golf clubs. It is not too late. She can find group lessons. Group lessons tend to be cheaper. So tell her to Google group golf lessons in the city she's in. What city is your daughter in? I may know someone. Pretty House Guy, do your daughters play golf? You said you have 3 daughters. And someone mentioned their daughter's 21. What city is your daughter in? Do you guys have any questions so far with the information I'm giving you? Any questions? I know the lighting is bad. I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can fix this for you. Any other questions? Oh, that didn't work. One is 8, the other is 2, and other will be 1. Okay, so those are a little too young, but your 8-year-old is not too young to play. 8, 9 years old, that's a perfect age to start. Yes, there are the same opportunities for boys, but for boys, it's just a little bit, it's a little more competitive. She's working for IKEA. They're promoting her fast. Well, you know what? She's in corporate America. She should be playing golf. She should definitely be playing golf. But yes, there are the same opportunities for boys. Boys is just more competitive because there are more boys playing golf. And boys' golf programs don't usually have as much money as women's golf programs, because when the athletic department wants to get a high-profile football player or basketball player, they'll take money from other sports that, and golf is one of them. But girls don't have that issue, really. Girls don't typically have that issue. You guys have any other questions? Your daughter's 9 in Alabama. Okay, so your daughter is the perfect age to be playing. And I know that so the LPGA has and the USGA partnered to create a girls golf program. I think they have limited programs in Alabama. I just had this conversation with someone. But there are First Tee programs where you are. So look into a First Tee program. Yes, firsttee.org. How can you get in contact with me? So you can email me at info@blackgirlsgolf.net. Black Girls Golf does not have a junior program right now, but guess what? We are cooking up. So this winter, during the off season, I've been approached by several different people and a few organizations to help put together a junior program. So I am working on a junior program for Black Girls Golf, so stay tuned. What city am I in? I am in the Atlanta metro. We are working on chapters of Black Girls Golf in New Jersey, Cleveland, and Salt Lake City. Atlanta has a pretty active chapter because I'm here, so that's kind of a given. But we are definitely working on a junior level program that is not just girls only. I recognize the need. You're in Atlanta. Okay. I recognize the need for our kids. You guys see me playing with my hair. I promise I'm not being vain. I'm normally natural. And I got my hair straightened so that I can cut it, and it's so getting on my nerves. What ages can get involved? So First Tee, I think, starts at 7. I'm not certain, but I think First Tee starts at 7. But I would like to start my junior program a little bit younger than that. I think that if we can make it fun and our kids, what beginner's training tools do you recommend? For a child or for an adult? Kidpreneur mom? With BGG? Yes, I'm working on a junior program with BGG, so stay tuned. I would love to offer some summer camps, but I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but I'm working on something. So stay tuned for that. For a 13-year-old. So some of the training programs, I'm a stickler for short game. That is where you shave strokes off your game, is short game. So some of the training tools that I would recommend are the putting arc is a good one. You can create targets on the putting green. That will help with distance control. Distance control is very key with putting, chipping, and pitching. That just is going to take some practice. So go on YouTube, look for some drills for chipping and pitching. Short game is so vital to shaving strokes, and people don't practice that enough. Whenever you go to the driving range, you see people actually hitting with their driver and their irons. You don't see very many people on the putting green, and your putter is the most important club in your bag, but people don't practice it enough. So, this is better lighting. Can adults get involved with BGG? Actually, yes. So I started BGG for adults. So you most definitely go to blackgirlsgolf.net for more information about our programs in Atlanta. You won't see any classes on the website right now. We are actually in our last spring or summer class, and we're planning our winter classes right now. So join the newsletter. Sign up for the newsletter. You'll get the information. Drive for show, putt for dough. That's so true. There are lots of long hitters in the woods. Doesn't matter how far you hit the ball if you can't get it in the hole. Doesn't matter. You guys have any other questions? I know I threw a lot of information at you really quickly. So let's go over it. I have a joint venture I would like to discuss with you. Email me, Pretty House Guy, Tiffany at blackgirlsgolf.net, and you can also reach me at info@blackgirlsgolf.net. So just to kind of go over what we covered tonight for the people who joined us late is the educational opportunities for golf. Tons of them. Check into the PGA management programs. There are 18 of them at universities across the country. Check into those. 5, 6 years old is a great age to start golf, and just having them at the golf course. If you play, let your kids ride in the cart with you. Go practice your short game. Go buy your kid a putter. Just start them on the putting green with you. Just getting them used to being around the golf course helps. blackgirlsgolf.net. Yes, thank you so much, Pretty House Guy. I appreciate that. But if you can get your kids interested in golf, there are definitely, especially for girls, opportunities at Division II, Division III, NAIA schools for their golf teams. If there is a men's golf team at the university of your child's choice, they have to have, because of Title IX, they have to have a women's golf team. So definitely look into that. Hi, Addison Media. Definitely look into those opportunities. The LPGA also has scholarships available. So go to the LPGA website. There are scholarships. And one of those scholarships, you don't even have to be a high school golfer to apply for it. So go check into that. Chevron has also partnered. Chevron has partnered with a golf entity to offer some STEM education. So there's starting to be a lot of educational opportunities in golf because the golf industry is shrinking. They know that they've got to create these opportunities for these younger kids to attract them to the game. On the website now, the First Tee. Yes, firsttee.org. Miss New Jersey. We got a chapter starting in New Jersey. Go join the Facebook group. So introduce golf to your kids. I can't stress it enough. It's a game they can play for a lifetime, and you will not regret it. They will not regret it. Hey, Big Dirty. Do you guys have any more questions? I know it's dinner time. So we have a Facebook group for Cleveland, Salt Lake City, Atlanta, and New Jersey. And if you are interested in starting a Black Girls Golf chapter where you are, I like to have at least 30 women who are going to be committed to the cause. So if you've got 30 women and you think you guys can create a sustainable presence where you are, look me up. info@blackgirlsgolf.net. Miss New Jersey 09. What area in New Jersey? So yeah, any more questions for you guys? I love coming on Periscope and being able to chat with you. You know, I have so much information in my brain, and I don't like to blog. I hate writing. I blog, so you can go to the website and you can find blogs. Oh, you just went to the golf course. Good for you. How are your lessons coming, MBA Kim? But I have so much information that Periscope is just a great way for me to just get it all out. And for you guys to... You live in Alabama. Okay. East Orange, small world. You guys have any more questions for me? Any more questions? You played Thursday for the first time in 7 years. Okay, foodie engineer, let people know that golf is not like riding a bike. When you take some time off, it shows. You don't get back out there and start where you left off. Oh, you still got it. Okay. So did you play or did you just practice? What'd you shoot? I gotta know what you shot. Thank you, Michael Pryor or Michelle Pryor, for inviting your followers. Did you say that you know someone in Maryland? There are a couple people in Maryland. Everything didn't fall into place. No, after a 7-year break, everything's not going to fall into... Oh, you played at a corporate event. How was that? So I started playing golf because of being in corporate America, and it has served me well. You guys have any more questions for me? Remember, if you have a junior golfer, make sure they are a member of your state junior golf association, and they need to play in at least 3 tournaments every summer. Play in 3 tournaments every summer, and make them practice their short game. It's so important. And especially for our girls, if they have friends who play, they'll keep playing, because we're women, we're social. Oh, you helped out your balls. Good for you. What type of balls do you play with? So, I don't have a lot of spin on my shots. I get a lot of air, not a lot of spin. So, I prefer a ball that's got more spin. And I haven't announced this yet, but since y'all are asking, I have partnered with Bridgestone Golf, the #1 ball fitter in golf. And I'll be using their Precept balls. And Bridgestone is known for having a great ball, so that is what I will be using. Up until then, I was using the Nike Power Distance. It's a softer ball, but it creates more spin, so that has worked for me. Your daughter is 12. I missed that question. Can you ask that question again? I missed your question. I just saw your daughter was 12. That's all I saw. But, yeah, ball makes a difference. Once you start playing more, as a beginner, the ball doesn't make a difference. It really doesn't. But once you start getting into the game, Titleist. Okay, you play Titleist. Can you reintroduce yourself? I missed your name. Oh, I'm so sorry. So, foodie engineer, my name is Tiffany Fitzgerald. I'm the founder of Black Girls Golf. I started Black Girls Golf when I moved to the Atlanta metro. I moved in 2012. I aggressively looked for work and couldn't find anything, and I knew that there was a very acute lack of black women on the golf course, and it was a problem I was having because I wanted to get back into the game, but I didn't have people to play with. So Black Girls Golf was founded, and we promote inclusion in the game. We want women to learn how to play. We want them to become golfers, and the goal is to introduce it to everyone they know because we want to create a movement that changes the culture of this sport so that our little girls can turn on the TV and see themselves playing golf. Venus and Serena have done wonderful things for tennis, but look, they'll sell us some tennis shoes, but they won't sell us a tennis racket. Same thing with golf. They'll sell us Tiger Woods polo shirts, but they won't sell us golf clubs. You want your daughter to learn to play. Okay, your daughter, no matter how old she is, introduce her now. Take her to First Tee. Look up the First Tee program in your area. I know that in a lot of places the golf season is ending, but contact First Tee anyway. You're in Valdosta. Okay, you're not that far. Well, you're south. You're way south, aren't you? But I would definitely say, no matter how old your daughter is, introduce her to First Tee, and then you get out and play so you guys have something to do together. How do you start a year-old? Okay, your daughter's a year old. Buy her a Fisher-Price, the little plastic Fisher-Price golf set, so that when she starts to play and she starts to start using some of her tactical skills, she's got golf clubs around her already. So just the exposure to the game, I think, helps. Any more questions? Thank you for sharing, Addison Media. Any more questions about how old your kids should be? I think 5, 6 years old is a great age. I had a student just this past summer. I work with students in 30-minute sessions just to see if they have the focus. Some kids just don't have the attention and the focus to play. What about watching it on TV? So a lot of people don't watch it on TV because they think it's boring. But once you start playing, you find out that you learn a lot. The commentators will talk about club selection. They'll talk about the lie of the ball and how this golfer is going to approach this shot. You just learn a lot. But what's also important about watching golf, particularly for women, if you can engage in a conversation about golf at work, will this Periscope be rebroadcasted on your webpage? I missed the beginning. You can actually do the replay right here in Periscope, MBA Kim. For women, watching golf is important because if you can engage in a conversation about golf with your male colleagues, it immediately gives you brownie points with them. because you can now talk to them about something that's not work related, that gives you an opportunity to bond with them over something that has nothing to do with work. If you ever need a photographer, email me, info@blackgirlsgolf.net, because I have a hard time finding stock photography for my website. You can't find black women playing golf on istock.com. it doesn't happen. But yeah, so if you are not watching golf, well, the last tournament of the season is coming up right here in Atlanta, actually. And so you won't get an opportunity after next weekend to watch. But next golf season, make sure you're watching, because having a conversation at work with your male counterparts about golf is going to definitely increase your stock at work. They're going to be shocked, first of all, that you watch golf. And they're going to be impressed that you can even have a conversation about it. Most scopes are on catch.me plus the scope handle. Yeah, so I enabled the function for you to be able to replay my scopes. So you can replay this scope. I actually gave a list of all of the colleges and universities in the country that have PGA management programs, where you come out of college with a bachelor's degree and you're a PGA pro. So you're killing two birds with one stone, and most of those programs have a 90 to 100% job placement rate. And let me tell you about the internships those kids in the the PGA management program have. They are kicking it, chilling on golf courses for the summer. I mean, it's hot, and you still got to work. But I mean, come on. If you love golf and you get to hang out all summer on a golf course and get paid, that's lovely. Any more questions? Anybody have any more questions for me? No more questions? I know it's dinner time. Oh, and don't forget, we have polos in new colors. I'm wearing a pink one, but we have them in green and black. Green, black, white, and pink. So you can order those on the website. Limited sizes, though. We didn't order a lot. Very limited sizes. So if you want to get... Oh, and we have golf gloves. And we have a window cling. We are building up our ability to provide apparel. And I know that the weather is changing, so we are looking at some long sleeve, some hoodies, things like that. You guys have any more questions? I'll be in Stone Mountain on the 10th. October 10th. I think I may be at a golf tournament October 10th, Big Dirty. So the email to reach me is info@blackgirlsgolf.net. Any more questions before I let you guys go? And remember, I check my own email. I'm a solopreneur, so even if it takes me a couple days, thank you, motivate her. That is the correct email for Black Girls Golf. I do check my emails. Even if it takes a couple days, I will get back to you. I respond to every email I get. Even if I can't help you, or, hey, the Harrell group, no, the tournament's not in Georgia. I do respond to every single email. And if you have questions about getting your kids started, the Harrell group, where are you? If you have questions for getting your kids started in golf, I'm excited to answer those kinds of questions. We do not have a junior program right now, but we do offer our classes here in the Atlanta area. Oh, that would be awesome, Foodie Engineer. We offer our classes in the Atlanta area. I've had young ladies as young as 8 years old in some of my golf classes here in Atlanta. I don't like to turn people away. If you want to learn, we want to teach you. She was in the class with her mother. It was a great thing they'll be able to do together. Shout out to you for starting this and being a solo. Oh, thank you. How much will one have to invest for children to play during a year? So the investment is different, and that's because, so the first tee programs are usually free. But what happens is, if you have a child that has some talent, and it looks like they're going to be serious and be committed to the sport, a set of golf clubs for a junior level set, and because kids grow, that's going to be your biggest equipment, or your biggest investment is the equipment, because they're going to grow and they're going to need a new set of clubs. So you can get a junior set for like $300 or $400. And because kids grow so much, I would recommend finding secondhand junior clubs, because you're going to buy those more than once for your child. But private instruction and equipment is where the cost comes in for juniors. And if you have a junior who's really talented and who's serious about the game, being a part of your state's junior golf association does come at a cost. You have to pay to be a member, and then you have to pay entry fees for the tournaments. And you should definitely be playing at least 3 tournaments a summer. So check into your state's junior golf association and find out what the costs are for that. I know for Atlanta, or for Georgia, it's fairly inexpensive. Atlanta junior golf doesn't cost a lot. The tournament fees can be like $75, $100. It just depends how many tournaments you want to enter in the summer. Some kids love the game and they want to play every weekend, and you can throw a rock and hit a golf tournament, especially in the summertime. So, it just depends on how interested your child is in the game as they get older. I get a lot of emails from parents who say, especially from girls, because as girls get older, they drop out of the sport. And so in that teenage bracket, junior golf, girls in the junior golf programs drop off heavily, and it's mostly boys. So I get lots of emails from moms who are saying, hey, my daughter's been playing since she was 7. She's 14 now. She doesn't want to play anymore. And that's usually because her friends don't play. And if she's black, her friends don't play. They think golf is stupid. They're asking her why she plays golf. White people play golf. And then she goes to tournaments or she goes to different things. And she's the only black girl. And she probably hates it. So those are the kinds of emails I'm getting from parents, which is what motivated me to look into starting a junior golf program for boys and girls. So I'll be working on that this winter when I'm not on the golf course because it's too cold. So definitely look for that. Now, here's how I've helped you. Now, here's how you guys can help me. At what level does sponsorship usually begin? So if your child is a collegiate golfer, there are very strict rules in the NCAA about accepting payment. So if your child is a collegiate golfer, there is no such thing as sponsorship there. But at the amateur level, it just depends. Like someone can sponsor your bag, someone can sponsor your apparel, someone can sponsor your equipment. I think golf is the most sponsored sport on the planet. When you go look at a golf tournament, especially the men, they got names. They might have 2 names, 3 names on their shirt. You're interested in learning more about golf? Well, we can help you, Harrell Group. So if you're at the amateur level, most of those people can't afford to keep playing unless they have sponsors. But it just depends on your business relationships. And if you're competing, are you winning? People want to be associated with a winner. So definitely look for sponsorships at the amateur level. But if your child is playing collegiate level golf, that's not allowed. That's against NCAA rules. If they accept money for playing, then they're considered a professional, and they're no longer eligible to play NCAA competitions. So be careful about that. So just make sure you understand all of the NCAA eligibility requirements before you start looking at sponsorship for a collegiate level golfer. And even for a high school level golfer, they can't accept money if they are even going to consider playing a sport in college. So be very, very careful about that. Do you guys have any more questions for me? Oh, this is what I was going to tell you. So this is how you can help me. I would love to be an influencer in this industry. But in order to do that, I have to create a grassroots movement, and that's how you can help me. You can share Black Girls Golf with your friends, your family, your colleagues. You can sign up on the website. Tell everybody you know about what we're doing. We are a for-profit business, and as we grow, we will be able to, thank you, Motivator, we will be able to create a not-for-profit arm that is able to provide resources for younger golfers who are interested in playing at the professional level. But right now, we are a for-profit business. We are doing what we can to spread the word about golf and all of the wonderful benefits it has. But at the end of the day, we want to be game changers. We want to change the culture of this sport. It has to be done. It's 2015, and up to this date, there have only been 6 African American women on the LPGA tour. The LPGA was founded in 1950. So you do the math on that. Hey, I can't pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. And I don't like mispronouncing people's names. Have you heard of Zakiya Anderson? Yes, I've heard of Zakiya Anderson. I haven't seen her, though, lately. I know she's not playing as much anymore. I think she was trying to get a clothing line or something like that. Jaquita. Okay. Hey there, Jaquita. Black Pearl Program. We are located in the Atlanta Metro. That is where we are. But we have chapters coming in Cleveland, New Jersey, and Salt Lake City, Utah. I would love you to bring my pearls. Any locations in New York? So the New Jersey chapter does have some New York people. The New Jersey, Cleveland, Atlanta, and Salt Lake City chapters have Facebook groups. So if you go on Facebook, you can join those groups there. You are speaking my language. Okay, Jaquita. Any more questions? You guys have any more questions for me? Again, don't forget how you can help me. You can go sign up for the newsletter. Don't worry, I don't spam. I don't send a lot of email unless there's some pertinent information. I'm offering a class. The best course to play when you come. So, what type of environment do you like, Big Dirty? Because to me, that makes a difference. You know, the type of environment on the course. I know there's a course down in the city of Atlanta called Browns Mill that I love to play. I love, love, love playing Browns Mill. It's wide open fairways. It's not a difficult course at all, but I just love the environment. I love how that course feels. It's where most of the African American golfers who play in this city, that's where they play. And I love that course. What's going on in Atlanta? What do you recommend for newbies? So if you are a newbie, I recommend you take classes. And don't just take one class. That's not enough. Take ongoing lessons. Sign up for group lessons. They are less expensive than private lessons. After you've taken a series, Browns Mill is the name of the course. I love that course. After you've taken a series of group lessons as a newbie, and if you know you're going to stick with it, if it's something that you've fallen in love with, then I would recommend maybe once or twice a month getting a tune-up from a private instructor, because they can focus on your tendencies, your bad habits, things like that. But definitely when you are starting, take group lessons. It's a lot cheaper. You'll meet other people who play, so you have people to play with. And join Black Girls Golf, because we have more than 800 members now all across the United States, the UK, and Canada. And odds are there's somebody who's a member of Black Girls Golf who plays, that lives where you live, who will play with you. So definitely join Black Girls Golf. Even if you're not playing yet, you've never touched a golf club before, we can provide you with the information you need to even understand if this is something that's going to be for you, because everybody doesn't love golf. You don't have to love it to play it, but I mean, if you work in corporate America, you should still play it even if you don't love it. There are so many benefits. Just the relationship building that happens on the golf course is not going to happen in the office. Is there a certain season, or is it year-round? So it depends on where you live. In Florida, Arizona, Texas, places like that, golf is year-round because the weather's nice enough year-round they can play. Here in Atlanta in the winter, it can get down to 30, 40 degrees. I don't play when it's that cold. There are people who do. I don't. But hitting the ball is like hitting a rock when it's that cold. Am I interested in sponsoring African American girls groups? Definitely. Email me, info@blackgirlsgolf.net. Yeah, I don't play when it's cold, but in different parts of the year, the golf season is, different lengths. I love how you were giving exposure to this. Thank you so much, Danita Brooks. You're in McDonough, so you're not that far from me. You are not that far at all. But definitely, if you're interested in playing, and it's a great thing you can do with your kids, a great way to spend time with them. So if you are even remotely interested in playing golf, get your kids started. I don't care how little they are. Get them a Fisher-Price golf club set, just so they can have some access and exposure to the sport. Because the sport is missing us, and we are missing the sport. And we need to be out there. Do you guys have any more questions before we go? I want to make sure I answer all your questions. And don't forget, you can order your Black Girls Golf polos from the website. Go to the store. I Love Golf can never find a female partner. Jaquita, where are you? Did you tell me where you are and I forgot? You work with an Atlanta-based company. Okay, Anita. I think I said your name right. Contact me. You live in Detroit. I've had some women in the Detroit area email me. Jaquita, email me. Let me see if I can put you in touch with some of the golfers in Detroit. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter. And what I'll do is if there are enough of you in the database, in my email list, I will create a Facebook group for you. And you all can communicate with each other in the Facebook group so you can figure out how to play together. How do you sign up? Go to the website, blackgirlsgolf.net, and there's a membership tab. And you can fill out the really long membership form. That's when I get all your information so that as we grow, if we have a chapter in your area, I will already have your information. Or there's a pop-up when you log in and you can just put your name and your email and your city, I think is what it asks you for. But Danita Brooks, yes, definitely sign up because we have women all over the country. Even though we don't have a physical presence all over the country, we definitely want to connect you with other women who are playing so that you have someone to play with. That's our goal, to build a community of women across the country who can learn, practice, and play golf together. And you can help me do that. So make sure you tell all your friends and family to go sign up on the website. Okay, I'm not even going to try. I'm going to call you Kay. Hey, Kay. You know a bunch in your area who would? That's awesome. And I'm not opposed to starting a chapter in these different places. I just have to know that there are enough people there to sustain a chapter. So if we can get a Facebook group going first and we can build a community and people stay interested, then we can definitely look at creating a chapter and creating a physical presence where you are. Any more questions? Thank you for the hearts. So I'm learning more and more about Periscope as we go. And in order for me to be ranked high up on, for people to view Periscopes, I have to have lots of hearts. So y'all keep the hearts coming. Keep tapping your screen. Keep those hearts coming. You guys have any more questions for me before we go? Your 4-year-old, oh, tell him or her I said thank you so much. Any more questions before we go? I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have. And for those of you who are listening to this on the replay, make sure you get a pen and paper so you can write down the list of those schools that have the PGA management program. Just registered online. Thank you, the Harrell Group. He said you're welcome. Oh, thank you. You're in Lithia Springs. How many people I needed to start a chapter? So I love to have 30. And let me tell you why 30. I know that seems like a lot, but let me tell you why. People are busy. People are available during different times of the day, different days of the week. And if you have enough people, you'll always be able to at least have a foursome and go play. And I think 30 is just a good number for that. And if you're in Lithia Springs, we are looking for people to host chapters in the Atlanta area. The Atlanta area is so spread out that we need more than just me here. So if you're interested in helping me out in Atlanta, that would be awesome. And really all I would need people to do is be an admin on the Facebook page or host an event. Just come and say hi and make sure people are happy. You're down. Okay, MBA Kim, send me an email, Tiffany@blackgirlsgolf.net. I drive through there all the time. Okay, Big Dirty. At some point, we'll have to schedule an outing and get everybody on the golf course together. I have big dreams, big plans. I just don't have the human resources to do it yet. So you guys can help me. But all of your ideas, all of your feedback, make sure you email me with that. It'll go in my idea journal. And at some point, we'll be able to implement that. I feel it in my bones. I know we can make this happen. Awesome sauce. So you even speak my language too, MBA Kim. So if you guys don't have any more questions at all, don't forget to go order your polo or your glove. If you're a golfer, you got to have a Black Girls Golf glove. So the Harrell Group, yes, we do have some events coming up. We're planning our winter clinics because I have a relationship with the PGA Tour Superstores. I can do stuff inside when it gets cold. So we are negotiating dates and all of those things right now so that we can do some winter clinics. So definitely sign up for the newsletter so you won't miss out on that. And don't worry, I don't spam. I don't have time to send emails every day. So you don't have to worry about that. But when you sign up for the newsletter, definitely check your spam folder because I have a .net address. Sometimes it might go to your spam. Any other questions? This is always something I wanted to see. Yay! Jaquita, I'm so excited. That's really cool. I'm excited when other people are excited because that means I have allies, and that's what I need. I need allies. Wherever you are, whatever city you're in, I need you. So, Jaquita, make sure you email me. And I need all of you all to go tell your friends and family to sign up on the website. I won't rest until every black person is playing golf. Golf ain't gonna rest either once we get out there. Y'all know that's the truth. Because they like quiet. If I ever had my own golf course, I would have speakers on the tee box. I don't feel like it should be that quiet. You guys know that golfers and tennis players are the only ones. Is your travel schedule on the site? It's not, but someone else asked me that, so maybe I should do that. Golfers and tennis players are the only athletes that get to perform in silence. Can you imagine a basketball player being able to shoot a free throw with a silent arena? Don't happen. We have fun on the golf course, though, with Black Girls Golf. We celebrate our good shots. We have a good old time out there. You guys have any more questions for me? I'm really excited about the love. Who has the blue and green hearts? Who's sending me those? Uh-oh, there's some pink. Okay. Okay, we need brown. Who has brown? I'm challenging you guys to give me hearts in the colors of my logo. Brown, pink, and green. Who has brown? I know I've seen brown hearts on here before. Shy Blues, you just added me. Okay, thank you. Followed. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate that. Okay, you have orange, Big Dirty. Who has brown? I'm trying to see if I can get you guys to do my logo colors in the hearts. Brown, pink, and green. And I answered this question in a scope earlier today. People always ask me if I am an AKA. I am not. I am not Greek at all. I'm an HBCU alumna, but I am not Greek. I'm from California. Colors, getting jumped in. That was too much like gang activity to me. I couldn't do it. But I love all y'all Greek people. I love you, love you. Some of my best friends are Greek. That sounded funny, didn't it? Like people who say, yeah, some of my best friends are black. What school? Grambling State University. Any Grambling people in the house? Show some love for your HBCU. Let me see hearts for all of the HBCU people in here. Nope. Shy Blues, there are no brown hearts. I'm so sad. Heart bomb so we can screenshot your shot by your logo. So, yeah, give me some hearts for the HBCU. So Bowie State. Okay. Any more HBCU people in the house? Savannah State University. Okay. HU. Oh, I love my HU folks. Anybody else? Anybody else? Is that it? Okay, Clark Atlanta. Okay. Who else? Who else do we have? It's really sad that a lot of our San Bernardino, California Shy Blues. I'm from Oakland, FAMU. Much love to FAMU. A lot of our HBCUs have gotten rid of their golf team. Grambling doesn't have a golf team anymore, and it's really sad because golf is not a revenue-generating sport. So when it's time to cut budgets, golf is usually always on the chopping block. So I just saw a brown heart. So if you are an HBCU alum and your school has a golf program, please give back. Write a check to your school's golf program. And if they have a women's golf team, write a check to the women's golf team. Your mom was from Oakland, Berkeley. That's so awesome. You want to go to UWM. Nancy Drew 66. You guys have any more questions? JSU, Coach Patton. Okay. Look at you, Big Dirty. Oh, that's right. You're from Mississippi, so you know that. Any more questions? Be sure if you join the scope late, you can do the replay. I have not up to this date been adding the scopes to my YouTube, but if you all will email me with YouTube videos or Google Hangouts, live Google Hangouts, I'm happy to do those too. Send me the topics you want me to cover. I'm happy to do that for you. I will take requests. I'm like a DJ, your golf DJ. Send me the topics, I'll do it. Yeah, Walter Payton's brother was the golf coach at Jackson State. You are right, Big Dirty. No more questions? All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning. Do I think any women would benefit from playing golf? Oh my gosh. So Shy Blues, I'm not signed up for Catch Me, but thank you, Addison Media. I will do that. Shy Blues, yes. Women who don't play golf are missing out. The golf course is the second boardroom, and I've done scopes on that too, and I know I need to do more, so I will touch that topic in another scope. But it's dinner time where most of you are. I know it's dinner time where I am. I'm hungry. So I'm going to let you guys go. Don't forget to sign up on the website. Tell all your friends and family about Black Girls Golf. We need numbers. We need numbers. If we're going to make an impact in this industry, we have to show and prove that we can influence the industry. So we need numbers. And then Danita's hungry too. Don't forget to go get your polo or your glove from the store. So until next time, people, I will see you later, and email me with your questions. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. And I'm on Instagram too. So see you next time. Thank you for joining me.